All right, neighbors, nieces, and nephews, we back with another one, man. Welcome to I Got Five on it, where I take hot takes or topics and try to break it down within 5 minutes or less. I have been failing tremendously at that, you know what I mean? But we still gonna call it I Got Five on it. You know why? Because usually when I'm behind this camera, I get on here and ramble for a long time. But the fact of me just knowing that I have a time limit, it helps me be like, you know what? I gotta cut it. So regardless if I go over or not, bear with me. But we're gonna still call these I Got Five on it. And we're about to try to break down another hot topic today because I'm tired of the Michael Jordan and LeBron GOAT debate. We have to nip that shit in the bud. We have to throw the LeBron and Michael Jordan GOAT debate in the fucking dumpster. We have to just 2026. I'm not partaking in any conversations. LeBron doesn't even hold up the same type of standard for the league, flopping, traveling, narrative making, contradicting yourself in the media, trying to, get people traded, team hopping, not playing 82 games, trying to say the playoffs you need a break before the playoffs because you fucking old. You saying the pacing of the game is faster, stuff like that. You're older. You're an old man trying to change the standards of the league instead of elevate them. It's time for you to get the fuck out of the way. So to get you the fuck up out the way, we're gonna bury this debate. All right. Make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe. You know, we would love to see you here again. But we about to get into it, man. So guess what I did? I asked my ChatGPT like to make the comparison that I feel is right for LeBron because LeBron is not the MJ of this modern era or whatever the case may be. LeBron and Steph are the Magic and Bird of this era. You know what I mean? You have one guy with the flash. You got one guy that's just a powerhouse. They make a good comparison on here where I didn't really have to do much or come up with a lot of things on my own. But let me show you what ChatGPT said. All right, we're gonna break it down. And some of this shit I don't even know. But I was just looking at like the list of champions, the NBA champions, and Brown was getting smacked, bro. Brown was getting smacked, but he has a long run of being there. You know what I mean? But he was getting smacked, waxed, taxed, and drayed. And I think it was like the 2010s. That's when him and Curry kind of had that. And Curry got you. Curry got you on head-to-head matchups. Y'all saying y'all are rivals. You know what I mean? It's not y'all teams because you hop all the time. So y'all can't create a team rivalry because you hop teams so many times. So they had to say LeBron and Steph are a rivalry. And if y'all are a rivalry, Steph got the one up. Nobody had the one up on Mike. Nobody got the one up on Mike. But let's see, ChatGPT. So it says why Steph LeBron is the real Magic and Bird and why MJ doesn't fit. The NBA keeps forcing LeBron into Michael Jordan comparison, but history tells us we're comparing the wrong people. If you really want to understand the modern era, Steph and LeBron aren't MJ, they're Magic and Bird. All right, MJ is a solo mythology. LeBron is an era spanning presence. They never competed head to head. The comparison relies on rings, finals record, and nostalgia. When you have to imagine the matchup instead of remembering it, you're not comparing eras, you're arguing feelings, which I can kind of agree with that. But you can still measure dominance in an era, you know what I mean? And I wouldn't say LeBron wasn't dominant. You get into the finals that many times, you have to say you have some type of level of dominance. You just wasn't as dominant as the GOAT. You see what I'm saying? You had some dominance, but you wasn't as dominant as the GOAT. Kobe slapping the floor on you in the All-Star game and you scared. You scared of Kobe in the finals when the Nike was hyping it up, so you let Dwight Howard get you the fuck up out of there because you didn't want to see what happened in the finals, so you got the fuck up out of there. It's a lot of different things. That's neither here nor there. We're gonna keep going. All right. It says era defining rivalries matter. Magic versus Bird saved the league. Met at every major level. Defined the '80s together. Stephen versus LeBron. 4 straight finals. 8 years of dominance. Every championship conversations ran through one of them. True. You don't define an era alone. You define it through opposition, and I feel like that's what they did. They defined their era through opposition. And before Steph Curry, Brown was going against Tim Duncan and them, smack. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a long list. All right, philosophy versus philosophy. Magic and Steph, joy, flow, system trust, making teammates better through movement. Bird and LeBron, control, precision, IQ dominance, winning by bending the game to their will. All right, this isn't about position, it's about how they see the game. Steph and Magic make basketball lighter. LeBron and Bird make it heavier, deliberate, suffocating, unavoidable. I can't say I agree. I see what they try to do with the comparison and putting like lumping LeBron and Bird and lumping Magic and Steph. Uh, not really a fan of that. But you go to section 4 where they said they changed the game, not just won it. Steph 3-point evolution, space and gravity. LeBron point positionless basketball, longevity, player empowerment. Magic and Bird did the same in their era. MJ perfected greatness. Okay, I like that. I think MJ did perfect the greatness. Three of them things back to back. Y'all couldn't patch Jordan. Whenever you on that high stage, people can look at you and say, "Oh, they do that. Oh, we can. Oh, like look how the Spurs is beating. Uh, what is it? OKC now. Like you get patched. People figure your game out. People figure out your team, and then they usually have to get another pieces and stuff like that. For basically almost 6 straight years, y'all couldn't patch the Chicago Bulls. Insane. All right, cultural mirrors. Magic versus Bird, coast to coast, coast versus coast, Flash versus grit, racial and regional subtext. True. Steph versus LeBron, small market dynasty versus global brand, homegrown system versus player movement, the player movement that we hate. We hate this. I'm glad this is getting out the league. Also, team basketball versus hellacious, hello-centric dominance. I'm not sure what that is. Have to look that up. Don't feel like it right now. This wasn't just basketball. It was two ideas of success colliding. I can agree with that. I feel like Magic and Birds, they both had different methods of winning. Steph and LeBron both had different methods of winning, so I can agree with that. Section 6, why this framing matters. MJ versus LeBron flattens history. Steph versus LeBron preserves context. Basketball history is about influence, innovation, what won the era. Closing. Michael Jordan is the myth every player gets measured against, but Steph and LeBron, their history just like Magic and Bird. And history deserves better than ring math. I can agree. I can agree with most of this shit, man. I feel like this debate is done, man. Um, LeBron has done a lot for the game, and he has taken a lot away from the game as well. So I'm excited to see what the league looks like without him. I will be a fan of his, departure as far as like his what is it, farewell tour. I will be a fan. I will appreciate that as well. But I'm not at a sad state, of stop watching lack of defense, stop watching complaining, flopping, um, a lot of narrative making, a lot of bullshit in the All Star game, because that's the GOAT of the league. When you say that, you set the standard. You're the standard that people are getting measured up to. So if you're doing these things, why why would somebody underneath you have to do these things to get to your level? Makes no sense. Let me know what y'all think, man. Am I tripping? Is the Michael Jordan and LeBron debate dead to y'all? And do y'all feel like LeBron and Steph are more like Magic and Bird? Let me know how y'all feel in the comments. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe.